What's going on, everyone? After spending my time farming and taking a little break from old school, my passion came back to me for this game. Now I have some decent stats and 543 hours, so I decided it was time to start working on maxing this account. Now I know, I should have done diaries months ago, but I'm taking this account slow since it's my first membership account. Of course, I've already completed some of the diaries from just going about my time in old school and leveling, but I still have a ton to complete. So let's get into it. I've completed the easy and normal diaries. These are all the quests and skills required to tackle this challenge. I'll leave a link to the wiki in the bottom below to help you prepare for all your diary tasks too. I'll be going through the rewards and buffs that matter to your account. So let's start. We will begin with Ardoin since it's at the top of the achievement diary. So let's begin. As I said before, I'll be going over all the rewards that matter and you'll use more often than the other niche ones. So, the easy Ardoin diaries will give you the Ardoin Cloak 1. This has unlimited teleports to the Ardoin Monastery, which is great for early game because of how little teleports there are for Ardoin. You'll also receive 10% increased chance to successfully steal from stalls in Ardoin, and an antique lamp worth 2,500 XP with any skill above level 30. For the desert, there isn't too much going on. You'll get the Desert Amulet 1, which does nothing until completion of later desert diaries. And the Pharaoh's Scepter can hold 10 charges now, and you'll also receive another antique lamp. Falador has a very interesting reward that I love. The Falador Shield 1, which will give you 25% prayer restore once a day, and when completing later diaries will reward even more prayer restore. I think this is amazing because if you're struggling with a boss and need an offhand that will give you your prayer bonus plus prayer restore, this is what I would recommend. And, as always, an antique lamp. Moving on to my favorite province, the Fremenic Diary, giving you the Fremenic Sea Boots 1. Allowing you one free teleport to Relica every day. Now I wish Relica had more going on, but if you haven't enchanted your Lear yet, then this is a great hub to all the other islands and Slayer Cave. Plus, you'll receive an antique lamp. Next up is Kandarin. With the Kandarin Headgear 1, it works as a light source, and gives double logs for normal trees when worn, but doesn't give double XP. And you'll receive 5% more Marks of Grace in the Seers Village course, plus again, the antique lamp. Now Karamja doesn't have much going on for it either. You'll receive the Karamja Gloves 1, and while worn, the ports to and from Karamja go from 30 coins to 15 coins. And the gloves drop prices on Karamja by 13.3%. This also counts in the Tazar city, and this time, your antique lamp will only give you 1000 XP. They call it Great Karen for a reason, and that is because you will get the Rada's Blessing 1, giving you 3 teleports to the Karen woodlands every day, and a 2% chance to catch additional fish while fishing, but doesn't reward double XP. You'll also have a double drop rate for the Xerix Talisman, and an antique lamp giving again 2,500 XP. Next we got good old Lumbee. You'll get the Explorer's Ring 1, giving you 50% run energy replenished twice per day, and an antique lamp as always. Now I enjoy this ring because basically having 200 run energy is so useful and it saves you half the time traveling anywhere by foot. Mauritania will give the Mauritanian Legs 1, giving 2 teleports to under the Ectofuntus. Now to me this is great, because getting to the east side of Mauritania is a journey in itself. Plus, this method is free, and you'll also get a 50% chance of gas ignoring you as traveling through Mauritania. And the big reward, 2.5% more Slayer XP in the Slayer Tower, plus the lamp. Varrock, home of the Grand Exchange. Now, you'll receive the Varrock Armor 1, which gives a 10% chance of mining 2 ores up to gold, and you'll receive XP for both ores, plus a 10% chance to smelt 2 bars up to steel when using the Edgebill furnace. And Zaf will sell you 15 battle staves for 7,000 each, which you can sell on the GE for just about 5% profit plus a XP lamp. Now the Western Provinces. This is disappointing, but you'll receive the Western Banner 1, which does nothing yet. And you'll get an XP lamp as always. Very sad. And last, the Wilderness. You'll get the Wilderness Sword 1, which will always successfully cut a web. To me, this is so amazing, since now you won't have to sit there and chance if the web will break on the first slash or not. And plus, it makes it way easier to make it to the Mage Arena in Deep Wildy. The Wilderness lever will now take you to Edgebill or Ardoin, and you'll get your final antique lamp. Now next, we got our Medium Diary. These rewards are very worth it, but there are some steep requirements. You'll have to do a lot of questing and exploring, plus a lot of leveling for these ones. I recommend completing every quest required and getting most of every skill in a range where you can boost it. But finally, onto the Medium Diary. This one took me so long to prep for, but interestingly enough, I had a lot of the hard ones done, just by doing quests and skills. So now, let's get onto the top of the list with Ardoin. So Ardoin's tasks aren't too hard of course, but one of them is costly, asking for 200,000 GP just for an upgrade, which normally would be fine, but it's not a great upgrade sadly. But moving on, you'll first receive the Ardoin Cloak 2, which gives 3 teleports to the Ardoin farm patch just north of Ardoin. You'll also receive a 10% increased chance to successfully pickpocket in Ardoin, which is great too. Also, the ability to toggle your Ring of Life to teleport you to Ardoin instead of Lumbridge. And finally, an Antique Lamp, worth 7,500 XP, which you can spend on any skill above level 40. Now the desert finally has a reward that is useful, the Desert Amulet 2, giving 1 free teleport to Nadar per day. This is in the most eastern part of the desert, which is great since it's so close to Pyramid Plunder and the Agility Pyramid. Next, your Pharaoh's Scepter will hold 25 charges and you'll get a lamp as always. Next, one of my favorite places in Gielinor. The Falador Diary will give you the Falador Shield 2, giving 50% prayer restore per day, along with 10% more farming XP from the Falador farming patch, and a higher drop chance from Falador guards for a medium clue scroll. It will be a 1 in 106 drop chance, plus you'll receive your lamp. Now from my other favorite place, the Fremennik Province. The Fremennik Diary will give you the Fremennik Sea Boots 2, doing nothing new besides them having the same stats as Steel Boots. You'll also get an improved rate of gaining approval on Miscellanea, and of course, a lamp. Not too much from Fremennik sadly, but maybe one day we'll get an upgrade to Relica. Kandarin will reward you with the Kandarin Headgear 2, also doing nothing new, but you'll receive a 10% bonus to Marks of Grace in Sears Village and a 5% increase in saving a farming life in the Catherby Herb Patch. Also, a 10% bonus XP when cutting maple trees in Sears Village, along with a lamp. Now these buffs will help you so much when skilling in Kandarin. It makes up for the headgear not getting a new perk. Now we have Karamja, and oh boy, after receiving a 900,000 GP drop just to unlock a machete to complete this diary, I was disappointed with the rewards. You'll receive the Karamja Gloves 2, which while worn will give you a 10% additional agility XP when using the Brimhaven Agility Arena, and it also increases agility XP when turning in agility tickets. I don't know what it is about Karamja, but they just must hate this place, paying so much GP for a agility course that isn't even used. That's crazy. Great Karen coming in hard again with some of the best bonuses. You'll receive Rada's Blessing 2, giving 5 teleports a day to the Karen Woodlands, and a 4% chance to catch 2 fish while equipped, excluding Temperos. And the blessing will give +1 prayer bonus when worn. You'll get the free access to the Crab Claw Island and 20 free dynamite a day from Theris. You'll also get a 5% chance to mine 2 dense essence blocks at once. This is great for blood room crafting and tablet making. Lastly, you'll get a good old 7,500 XP lamp. Every time you die, where do you go? Back to good old Lumbridge. Well, unless you got a quest cape or something. But we've all been there. The Lumbridge Medium Diary will give you the Explorer's Ring 2. That gives 50% run energy restore 3 times a day. 3 teleports a day near the Falador farm, and you can also use the Draenor Village shortcut, and you'll receive a lamp, as always. Next, we have Mauritania. You'll receive the Mauritanian Legs 2, which gives 5 daily teleports to Ectofuntus per day, and it acts as a Ghost Speak amulet. Robin offers 13 buckets of slime and 13 pots of bone meal in exchange for bones each day, and 5% more Slayer XP in the Slayer Tower on tasks. And, of course, the lamp. Almost done now, we have the big city of Varrock. Varrock Armor 2 will give you a 10% chance to mine 2 ores at once, up to Mithril, and 10% chance to smelt 2 bars at Edgebill up to Mithril as well. Zaf will now sell 30 battle staves, and you can now toggle your teleport to Varrock to the Grand Exchange instead. Okay, the Western Provinces now. Of course, the Western Banner 2 doesn't do anything again, but the Crystal Saw can now hold 56 charges instead of 28. So there is a plus side to completing the Western Diary. I am still upset though, because not only is the Western Banner very weak, but it doesn't have any upside to it being so weak. Not even like a special attack that increases run energy or boosts your XP. It's very sad. And we close out with the Wilderness Medium Diary. Giving the Wilderness Sword 2, doing nothing new, but you'll receive 20% off entry to the resource area and 15% increase yield to Ents along with 4 ecumenical keys at a time, and finally, your last lamp. Thank you for watching. If you made it all the way through, I really do appreciate it. This video took me a long time to make, and I've been writing a script for all this for days and days, but I finally got it done. And all those diaries, you know, the only diaries I was really scared of were the Wilderness, but everything else was pretty easy and chill. And I really do recommend doing the diaries. They kind of help you explore RuneScape more if you are new to the game. And as I am only like 6 months in, I'm still pretty new. So I did learn a lot and it was fun. But anyways, I do thank you. And I will be making a roadmap because maxing this account is going to be a process. And completing the diaries is only step 1. I mean, honestly, getting the quest cape will be step 1. Soon I will have out the roadmap and it'll kind of look something like this. This is kind of everything I have done right now, but I will kind of touch it up and make it look better so that we can all keep track as the episodes go by. But thank you, and I hope you enjoyed.